Okay, so we're going to take another shot at trying to go over 7.2, mostly because I realized as I started talking about the vocabulary that has to do with complementary and supplementary, it was going to be a really long video, and I didn't want to do that to you guys. So if you need to watch the videos where we're talking about adjacent, vertical, supplementary, and complementary angles, go ahead and pause, go find those videos, and watch those real quick before we dive into this. If you're already comfortable, then we're just going to move on. So the essential question here is, how can you classify two angles as complementary or supplementary? So remember that classify is mostly asking, how can you tell and look at something and see if it is complementary or supplementary? So you're going to be looking at something and going, it's like, is that a complementary angle? Is that supplementary? Like, how can I tell on that? And then also we did a warm-up in the first video where we're talking about adjacent angles, where I asked you to label these three things. If you did not get that, please go back to the one video where we talked about that. And just to be clear, adjacent and vertical angles are going to be part of complementary and supplementary. Supplementary and complementary. So again, it's really important that you are familiar with these words, so that way we can go ahead and make sure that you have a proper understanding of this. Anyway, so I want you guys to take a look at this real quick. I'd like you to go ahead and name two pairs of adjacent angles that you see here, and then also I would like you to name two pairs of vertical angles. Go ahead and pause the video and do that, and then come back to me. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at our adjacent angles. Now remember that adjacent angles are two angles that share a boundary, but that are also connected by a single vortex. So when you guys are labeling stuff like this, you guys are going to do a symbol like this. This is supposed to represent the angle. And then you're going to write the points that are connecting. So two adjacent pairs. So I have Z, W, V. So Z, W, V, and then I have V, W, X. So again, I'm going to do my angle sign, and I'm going to write V, W, X. And these two are an adjacent angle because if you take a look right here, they do share a vortex, and they do share one border, like that. So that is an adjacent angle right there. And the next one right here asks you to identify two vertical angles. Now, two vertical angles. Two vertical angles are basically going to be things that are opposite of each other, if you recall. So one of my adjacent angles, again, here's my angle sign, is going to be VWX. That's VWX, looks just like this, right? But then my second one is going to be XWY, because whatever is on this side right here is also going to be the same on this side. And same goes over here as well, because this is a vertical angle as well. So these are vertical of each other, and these are vertical of each other. Alright, good. Now let's go ahead and let's do this one right here. So tell whether the angles are complementary or supplementary. Now I want you to do this on your own, and I want you to come back to me and tell me if you think that these are complementary or supplementary, or neither. There is a neither option. And you can either post this on Edimodo, or you can come and find me in class and tell me about this. But again, I want you, knowing the vocab that we covered over in the other videos, we were talking about complementary and supplementary. Remember that complementary has to add up to 90 and supplementary has to add up to 180. I want you to go ahead and look at those three and see if you can do that on your own.